Hello everybody, in this short Rhino video demo, I would like to talk about the selection filter. Okay, let's start. So what is the selection filter? Basically, it is a method of restricting the selection mode to various object or component types. And it can be accessed by clicking on the filter label over here or by typing at the command prompt selection filter. Okay, now I want to show an instance where the selection filter can be of good use. Okay, I drawn on screen a curve and I would like to extrude a surface from it. Okay, and I'm going to copy and duplicate that surface. I'm going to move the new surface to be somewhere around here. Okay, what is required next is to create a surface over here with the edge being tangentially matched to the existing edges over here and here. Okay, and to do that, I'm going to disable the curves at the selection filter so that I will not be selecting the original curve. Okay, and next I go to the loft and select here. You notice that Rhino is not giving me the options to select curves or surface edge. That's because I already have the curves option disabled on the selection filter. So naturally what's being selected here is the surface edge. Okay, and because of that I'm able to enable the match start tangent over here. Okay okay now I want to show an instance where the selection filter is not being used. Okay, so I'm going to disable this. Okay, and then click the loft again. Okay, you notice now Rhino prompts me to select curve or extrusion edge, and if I were to make the mistake of selecting the curve, you will notice that the option to match start tangent is no longer available. That's because I've selected the curve instead of the surface edge, and thus not be able to match to this surface edge. Okay, so here is an instance where the selection filter can be very useful, especially when you need to make quite a handful of this kind of matches. You might want to have the curves option being disabled. Okay, now I want to show another instance where the selection filter can be useful. Okay, the selection filter can be used to quickly select the subcomponents of meshes and sub-D objects. Okay, so now at the command prompt I'm going to type mesh box, and I'm going to put a mesh box over here. Okay, typically if you're not using the selection filter, if you were to select the subcomponents of a mesh box, namely the face, the edge, or the vertex, you need to press and hold the shift plus control key. Okay, so pressing and holding the shift plus control key, I'm selecting the face, the edge, and the vertex. Okay, and if you were to do like multiple modification of a mesh, you got to press and hold the shift plus control many times, and it can be quite cumbersome. Okay, so to speed up and ease the process, we can actually enable the sub objects selection for the selection filter. And you notice when you click on this, you have the options are also selecting vertices, edges, and faces. Okay, so now without pressing and holding the shift plus control, I'm able to select the face and pull it very quickly. Okay, and the same goes with the uh, edges and vertex as well. Okay, okay, in a similar fashion, this method of manipulating the faces, the edge, and the vertices is applicable to 3D object as well. So now I'm going to convert this into a 3D object by typing at the command prompt to 3D. Okay. Okay. So I converted this mesh to a 3D object. Okay. And I have the sub objects option selected, and you notice without having to press and hold the shift plus control, I'm able to select the face and very intuitively uh, quickly be able to make modifications to the sub D object to create a complex shape. Okay, so you're also able to select like the edge and the vertices as well without having to press and hold the shift plus control. Okay, of course if you were to make multiple selections, for example of uh, uh, vertices, you have to press the shift key. Okay, okay, I think with that I come to the end of this demonstration. Hope that's been useful to you. See you around. Bye.